Drew in Olathe, Kansas, watching Free Speech TV on the Dish Network. Hey, Drew, what's up?
Hey, Tom. I just remember the poll you were talking about yesterday saying Senator Sanders fared as well as, if not better than Hillary against some of these candidates. And I can't help but think, I agree with you. I really think that Scott Walker is probably going to become the next nominee.
Yeah.
For the Republican nominee for president.
Yeah, Donald Trump is moving Jeb Bush out of the way. That's his job.
Yeah, and I think when you take Hillary against Walker, I can't help but feel even if he'll help mobilize a lot of people to vote against him, I think it'll be a closer race than we expect. I think it'll probably be very close.
Yeah, especially when the Kochs have poured their $800 million into it.
Yeah, but if we take Bernie, I think there could be as much of a difference as a 5-point spread.
I agree.
And Scott Walker.
Yeah, because, I agree. We have in the United States, the political punditry class for several decades has been putting forward this idea that politicians, and Bob Shrum has run and lost 4 Democratic campaigns based on this theory, I believe, that you have to get the so-called swing voters, the so-called independent voters, the so-called undecided voters to vote for you. And it turns out that there's pretty much no such thing as swing voters. You might as well just call them stupid people or people who are uninformed or people who don't have the time to follow politics. And there are a few of those people. But what actually causes candidates to win or lose elections is whether the base turns out for them. That's it, period. And that happens, Obama turned out the base. And he won the presidency twice, and he brought the House and the Senate along with him in 2008, and it's going to be all about turning out the base. And I believe that Bernie Sanders can turn out the base a lot better than Hillary Clinton can. Although, that said, we'll see. We'll see what kind of a campaigner she is. She won the Senate in New York. We'll see. Anyhow, back to you, Drew.
I would also add, really quickly, 2 things. I think Bernie gets people who are independents who, I knew someone, I'm an independent as well. I'm going for Bernie. I'm registering as Democrat to vote for Bernie. And I know another person who feels the same way. And there's that Republicans for Bernie.
Yeah.
I also think along these lines, there's this idea amongst Hillary that, I think they're looking at the established base when they look at some of the lead in Hillary. And I think they overlook the point that Bernie will bring people in to vote.
Yeah.
I think that's a real misstep, and that's a real overstep. And I think the DNC needs to ask themselves the hard question. Scott Walker looks like he's going to win. Do you want the person who's going to win, who's going to have a good chance of a confirmed win, or do you want a tight race like possibly with Hillary? Because I'm telling you, it's going to be like establishment. If it's Bernie against Walker, it's going to be establishment versus the anti-establishment, because you yourself said Trump's the billionaire guy, and this is who the billionaires want.
Right. Yeah. Scott Walker being who the billionaires want. Yeah, you're right. Drew, thanks a lot for the call. Thoughtful and I think accurate analysis, but, time will tell.